When history leaned towards silence, some chose to speak. When comfort whispered, "Stay back," they stood in the heat. This is for the ones who didn't just watch. This is for the brave who chose to do a lot.
John McCain took the mic from a trembling hand, said, "No man, he's a decent man." In a storm of fear, he chose the light. Not the cheers, but what was right. Joe Biden wiped tears and buried his pride, still stood up when truth was denied. George W. Bush, with quiet might, held the cross, refused the spite. They could have stayed silent, watched from the side, but they chose the fire, they chose the fight. Truth is louder than flags and crowds. It's spoken in courage, not shouted out loud. This song's for the hearts that chose the climb, for those who stood when they could have stayed blind. Robert Mueller stood behind walls of law, carried the weight unshaken raw. General Milley held the line, said the uniform bows to no party sign. Ari Melber, with his words and facts, stood where the truth was under attack. Jane Elliott, white but woke, broke the silence, broke the yoke. Eminem dropped bombs of rhyme, took on hate line by line. Yancey let in the break room storm, spoke for the voiceless against the norm. They could have stayed silent, they could have looked down, but they chose the broken, they stood their ground. No medals, no throne, but their names still shine, for standing for love beyond their time. They spoke when the room was cold and still. They did what the brave always will. Angelina Jolie across war-torn skies, lifting lives with no disguise. Daniel Chandler, heart like flame, did good with no need for fame. Joshua Reed, a supervisor in name, but his leadership sparked a greater flame. John Brown broke chains with a rifle cry, while Harriet Stowe wrote pain that wouldn't die. Lewis Tapp and Jared Smith, their pens were swords, bought freedom with truth, not just words. JFK, Liz Cheney, Adam K stood for democracy, wouldn't sway. This world was moved by the few who dared, the ones who spoke though no one cared, who gave up comfort, traded pride for justice burning deep inside. Their names are not all carved in stone, but their echoes rise from bone to bone, from fields to courts, from halls to streets. They planted freedom at our feet. They could have stayed silent, stayed in their lane, but they stood through backlash, loss and pain. They lit the dark with quiet grace. Their courage time can't erase. This song's for the ones who lit the sky, who gave us hope when the truth was shy. This is for the brave who wouldn't stand by. Let the record show they were never loud for fame. They were never perfect, but they never walked away. So when the world goes quiet again, be the voice, be the fire, be the one who doesn't stay silent.